Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to this. I believe is my first vlog of this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm here. This is Saturday morning and I'm going for my usual shopping. And sometimes I just pass through the park just to take a walk. I actually try to take a walk through the park, get fresh air and then make my way into the town. Today, I don't know what was going on here, but there was so many people in the park. There was some kind of sports company up on the other side of the park. And then straight into town and into one of the shops and back again. I didn't record the other parts of my shopping. And I just wanted to start with showing my plants that I brought in around, I think, maybe August, October, maybe. Here they are. The pepper plants have been doing really well. Um, they've even started to fruit and ripen. However, they are very tiny. They are not really something that I'm thinking of using, but I just wanted to protect them to make them ready for the next season. I also brought in my aloe vera plant and it's doing exceptionally well. I've even been able to use some of the aloe for drinking to make some drink, adding it with other fruits and drinking it just like that, and for skincare as well. Today I'm cooking pilau rice, and as with any other rice dish that's fried, I like to start with washing really well until the water runs clear. The rest of this video is very much self-explanatory, and I hope you'll enjoy watching the rest of this video as I show you the result of the pilau rice. I'm actually cooking at least two other dishes as well. I've also got liver and plantain, and that is for Sunday lunch today, as well as the pilau rice. I've also got beef stew, which I'm using, uh, which I cooked in the slow cooker overnight actually. And this is something that I do often. I cook a bulk amount of meat in the slow cooker. And that actually just eases things up for me, knowing that I will be using it the next day. Here I start with frying the meat. I've already been, I just literally browned the meat and fried. It's already really uh, cooked, so it was quite soft before I even started. Yeah, so the rest of this video is pretty much uh, me cooking three other dishes and for the week ahead. The stew, the meat stew, the pilau rice, the liver and plantain is for today. And I often add something really quick in the week, and I may add make some salad as well to maybe be eaten in a couple, just for 2 days or thereabouts. I hope that everybody is well and doing really well. So yeah, keep watching and I hope you do enjoy. Whilst my food was cooking, I also decided to get out briefly to look around the garden, occasional checks. Um, this is the state of the winter look of the garden. Um, there's been a lot of rain and wind, as we are aware, but some of my plants, of course, are very hardy and they remain. There are some tomatoes still literally on a small vine that's down. It's just they're frozen. They're just sitting there, and that amazes me because it's been extremely cold. But obviously, there's nothing. I've put down some plantain peels and food peels from the kitchen, so please don't be alarmed. It's not rubbish I've thrown. is to start building the soil up for the planting season ahead. Back in, and the cooking continues. And at the back, I'm frying plantain. I'll be frying plantain, I mean. My meat's ready now, so out it comes. And the next thing that will go in is the onions for the pilau rice.
Just 17, I think I was 23. People started to talk, you know what I mean. You were out of my league, I think it's still plain to see. Sometimes I still don't know what you're doing with me. Took me home, I had to meet your dad. And everybody thought he'd be mad, but he didn't have gone by, I've had to swallow my pride. After all that I've done, you're still by my side. That's what real love is. We've got a couple of kids. Who'd have ever thought we'd end up like this? Sad bitch shit, but I
And what I do and what I would do is I would remove it from the oil and try to drain as much oil out as much as I can towards the time that it's actually, I believe, ready, which I think is almost now. Deep fried liver has cooked for probably 15 minutes now, 15 maybe 20 minutes. But I like to just make sure that I'm quite thorough and that it actually really just has no sign of blood running through it at all. As you know, for any type of meat, you have to really be careful and very sure. I don't do medium rare meats at all. I don't do that here. So that's that. And then at the back, I also have a beef stew, which is for the week. All this food is not for today. This is for the week. And some of it will get frozen. I've got my pilau rice here, which is still cooking under the steam, really. I've switched it off now, but much of it is cooking under the steam as well. It's practically ready, almost ready now. But I like to leave it under the steam as much as possible, for as long as possible. So that's that. I'm just going to move this aside and add some okra, which I'm going to cut into the meat direct. Now, we use a lot of okra in my part of the country, Uganda, and north of Uganda. We do use okra quite a lot. And anytime I add okra to meat, it's mainly to give it texture. I love okra, but I love okra when it's not very slimy. And in East Africa, we add okra. You can add okra whole if you like to any stew, but I cut it, but I don't cut them thin, because you know the thinner you cut okra, the more slimy it is. That's why the West Africans cut their okra very, 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 very thin, in very small sizes, so that you have that texture. But in East Africa, most of us cut the okra quite big, about that size. I'll cut it about that size, and that doesn't give me that texture. So that's what I'm going to do now. So at this point, I wanted to add the okra. In East Africa, we don't normally cook food. We don't make the okra slimy. It's generally added to stews to give it a texture. It's more of a texture and, of course, nutrients. That is mainly the reason why we add okra. And okra is also very often dried as well. It can be dried, and it is also used in food as well. So I do love my okra in my meat stews, and that's part of the reason why it was added there.